Good morning and welcome to this week's video. This week I'm going to be focusing much more on meditation, and we will be doing a little bit of mindful movement at the end. So with that in mind, I'd like to invite you to turn your phone off, get yourself into your personal space where you're not going to be disturbed. Make sure everyone knows that you're not going to be disturbed for the next 25 minutes or so. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. And get yourself settled and comfortable. Make sure you're warm enough. So some people do find they get quite chilly during meditation. So make sure that you've got a blanket over you, whether you're sitting, lying or wherever you are. So just make sure that you are physically comfortable. And then I'm going to remind you that mindfulness isn't about clearing your mind, it's about being aware of what your mind is doing. I'm going to be suggesting various things for you to pay attention to. Excuse me. And the first thing I'm going to suggest you pay attention to is the sound of my singing bowl, which, as ever, I'm going to sound 3 times to begin and end the meditation. And at the beginning, the 3rd time, I'm just going to let the sound die away quite naturally. What I'd like you to do is to follow the sound of the singing bowl as it fades into silence, and be curious and see if you can notice that point when the sound of the bowl fades away completely. As the sound of the bowl fades into silence, I'd like to invite you to be aware of any other sounds that are reaching your ears, but resist the temptation to stretch out and see how far you can listen. Just focus on what's coming into your own personal space. And notice how you don't actually have to identify or classify sounds, because they'll come and they'll go. But right now, they're not important, because you've given yourself this time to do something that is just for you, to do something that you know is beneficial for you. And so right here, right now, no one is expecting anything of you, so don't expect anything of yourself except to just sit and be. And just allow external things to come and go, because right here, right now, they're not important. And you can actually choose where you decide to put your attention. If you want to, you can focus your awareness on anything that's happening outside the room. And then you can choose to move your attention to all the sensations that you have in your body. Let's do a body scan, just to enable you to give your body the awareness and the attention it sometimes needs. So maybe send your awareness all the way down to your toes. Just notice any sensations that you have in your toes. There may be none. There may be some. Whatever you discover as you become aware of your toes, can you just accept it? Can you just let it be? Not trying to change anything, just noting what sensations you have right here, right now. And then when you've explored your toes, time to explore your feet. These are bigger. You've got a top and a bottom, and you've got a ball and a heel, and there's the instep. There are sides. Just become aware of them. Again, note what sensations that you have here. And now move your awareness to your ankles and your lower leg, your shins and your calves. And you may notice that as you bring your attention to your calves, which are a big muscle, you may notice that your calves just relax. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. That's perfectly natural. Just let things be as they wish to be. And then bring your awareness to your knees and your thighs. Again, just noticing what sensations you have in your knees and in your thighs. Not trying to change anything, just noticing what's here, right now. And then move your awareness on into your hips and your bottom. Again, just noticing what sensations you have. Just noticing them. Just allowing those sensations just to be, without trying to classify them as good or bad or anything. They are just sensations. And then bring your awareness to your back, to your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. And then bringing your awareness to the front of your body, becoming aware of your abdomen, your waist, your tummy and your chest. Again, noting any sensations that you have in any particular area. Not attempting to change it, just noting the sensation that you have. And then bring your awareness to your shoulders, often a place where tension is registered. Just let your shoulders relax. And just note what sensations you have here. And then bring your awareness to your hands, your fingers, your palms, your thumbs, all the way to your wrist. Again, noting what sensations you have. Your hands are very sensitive. Maybe you notice tingling, maybe you notice warmth, maybe you don't notice anything. Whatever you notice is perfect for you. And then become aware of your wrists and your lower arms. And then move your awareness to your elbows and your upper arms. Again, just not trying to change anything, just noticing what sensations you have Then can you bring your awareness to your neck? And now to your mouth. Where is your tongue? What are your teeth doing? Maybe just unclench your teeth. Just let your tongue rest in a comfortable position in your mouth. And bring your awareness to your forehead. Again, often a place where we're aware of sensations. And now I'd like you to bring your awareness to your breath, just to notice the simple act of breathing in and breathing out, just allowing that to happen quite naturally. Don't force it, just let it happen quite naturally and just observe it. Now if, when you did your body scan just now, there was a part of your body that was registering distress or tension or whatever, I'd like you to imagine that you, with your next in-breath, that you breathe down into that part of your body. Imagine that breath massaging that part of your body. Relieve any tension. If there's pain, massaging can still help. What's the first thing a mother does when a child falls over? Mummy will rub it better. So imagine your breath doing that to any part of you. Be a mother to yourself, nourish yourself. Just let your breath gently massage any part of you that is causing you problems. And then I often tell people that self-love is one of the most important loves you can have. It's something we don't have enough of, to be honest. So, with your next in-breath, can you imagine that you take in a breath that's filled with love and compassion? Can you imagine that love and compassion being breathed into any part of you that is causing you trouble? And if there's no part of your body that needs particular attention, just imagine yourself being filled up with those feelings of love and compassion. And maybe you could imagine that that love and compassion that you're filling yourself up with spills out of you to fill the room, to fill the house, to fill your street or your town or your country, to fill everything with love and compassion. And now I'd like to tell you a short story. Once upon a time, a wise man was making a journey. And he was going to Athens. And he sat down to take a break. And a young man came up to him and said, "You are clearly a wise man. I'm going to Athens. Can you tell me what the people there are like?" And the old man looked at the younger one and said, "Well, what are the people like in your hometown where you've come from?" And the man said, oh, they're really quarrelsome. They really don't like me. They're always on at me. They're never happy with anything that I do. They're so disrespectful to me. And the sage shook his head and said, well, I'm ever so sorry, he said, but I think you'll find that the people in Athens are much the same. The young man was very disappointed, but went on his way. A little later, another young traveller came past, saw the old man, recognised his wisdom and said, excuse me, sir, I'm travelling to Athens. Can you tell me what the people in Athens are like? And again, the wise man said, well, what are the people in your hometown like? And the man said, oh, they're really wonderful. They're kind, they're gentle, they're so friendly towards me. And the sage said, well, I have some good news for you. The people in Athens are going to be just like that too. And the young man went on his way, very happy. Now there was another man who had been standing watching all this. And he went over to the traveller and said, excuse me, did I know both those young men? They both come from the same town. Why did you give them such different information about Athens? The sage said, because the people in Athens will treat them just as the people in their hometown did, because they carry that with them. We teach other people how to treat us. If you treat people with respect and compassion, they will treat you with respect and compassion. Now maybe that story resonates with you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's something that will come back to you to resonate with you a little bit later. But do think about it. Because we do teach others how to treat us. And very often we teach others how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. But if you've taken the time to watch this video and given yourself the time to do something just for you, you're treating yourself very well. So having filled yourself with that love and compassion, can you imagine that love and compassion spilling out into all your reactions and interactions today? Maybe there is one situation, or maybe there is one person who, you know, normally knows how to push your buttons. Can you bring that person to mind? Can you imagine sending them lots of love and compassion? No, it probably isn't easy if it's someone who really knows how to push your buttons. This isn't meant to be easy. But it's worthwhile. So bring your awareness back once more to your breath, just noting every in-breath and every out-breath. Reminding yourself that whatever else may be going on, The only thing that matters right here, right now, is just this breath coming in, just this breath going out. See your breath as an anchor to help anchor you into this moment, remembering that whatever is going on, you only have to cope with it one moment at a time. Whether it's dealing with aggravation with somebody, whether it's dealing with pain or distress or grief or illness, you only have to cope with it one breath, one moment at a time. So use your breath as an anchor to help anchor you into each moment. And then let your awareness start to spread outwards, becoming aware of where you are, what room you're in, and listen once more for the sound of my singing bowl. Okay, while you bring yourself back fully, I'll just sit here and talk for a bit. It may not be a nice thought, but we do actually treat others how to treat us. If you approach an interaction feeling argumentative, you're going to have an argument. If you approach it with an intent to be conciliatory, it'll probably go much better. There's it's a weird little illustration, but I hope you can see the sense of it when I say we treat, to illustrate that we teach others how to treat us, and we will never allow others to treat us in a way that we don't feel that we deserve. I want you to imagine that you're being made an offer. You're being told that you can have free pizza or a free meal, whatever sort of meal you like, every day. But in return, you've got to let the restaurant owner beat you up every day. Now, your response to that offer is going to vary. Because if, like most people watching this, you've got enough, you think, oh, there's no way I'm going to take that offer. Just imagine you had no money and you were homeless. You might just want to accept that offer. So, interesting thought to end the talkative bit of this on. I'm just going to take a quick slurp of coffee. And I'm going to invite you to get into position and we'll go through the Qigong moves. So, get yourself into your good stance, feet hip width apart, knees slightly relaxed, back straight, neck straight, core muscles engaged, arms hanging gently by your side. Just stand for a moment and breathe. And then, can you imagine that you have roots growing out of your feet, connecting you to the ground and literally grounding you. And allow your arms to hang loosely by your side, turn your palms to face the back. And then with your next in-breath, just allow your arms to slowly float out in front of you. And then as you breathe out, they just slowly sink down. bottom relax and let go. Then we're going to move 2. As you breathe in, your arms float up, then allow them to spread apart. Then as you breathe out, they float back in and back down. Really try to be aware of your chest and lungs expanding on the in-breath and contracting on the out-breath. Just relax and let go. Then with your next in-breath, bring your arms up, and as you breathe out, shift your weight slightly to the left, dip on your left knee and let your right arm uncurl, keeping your back straight. And as you breathe in, everything comes up to the top, and then do the same on the other side. Breathe out, your hand comes down, breathe in, and everything comes back to the centre. And then turn your palms outwards as you breathe out. Just allow your hands to sweep all the way down by your side. As you breathe in, let them rise up again. Just move one more time. This time as you breathe out, bring your hands in front of you, ready to balance your chi. As you breathe in, imagine you're feeling around a small ball, then as you breathe out, push that ball underwater. Be careful to take your hands no higher than your heart. And then one more time. This time as you breathe out, bring your hands in front of you or in your lap or by your side. Just for a moment, stand and breathe. And then just bring your feet back and then just get yourself into normal stance. Thank you very much for being with me today. Bit different. Hope you've enjoyed the variation. If not, I'm sure you'll let me know. If there's anything particular you'd like me to cover in the next video, you know how to contact me. Thank you for watching this video.